Hi everyone, my name is Holly and I'm the editor of International Airports Review, and I'm joined here by Eleni Kaloyirou, who is CEO of Hermes Airports, which is the operator of Larnaka and Pafos international airports in Cyprus. So Eleni, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you very much for inviting me to do this interview today.
So firstly, you have recently implemented SeeTrue's artificial intelligence automated threat detection solution at Pafos Airport following successful implementation at Larnaka. What have been the security, efficiency, and customer experience results of this technology?
Okay, so since we've introduced SeeTrue, obviously safety is paramount, and it helps to improve the operation of the aviation security. So that's clear because it helps the operator to assess the risks and also to eliminate the known threats. We've had, I would say, 15% improvement in overall efficiency because of this assistance that the operator is given through the identification of better identification of the threats. And as a result, we have improved the customer experience because it means that less people need to take liquids or other stuff out of their cabin luggage and can instead pass faster through the aviation security screening. And that's something that passengers appreciate, I think.
Absolutely, and 15%, that's huge. So
Yes,
congratulations on that.
thank you.
Now, last year, your passenger traffic was 3% higher than 2019 levels. How are you preparing for the summer travel season and the hordes of tourists that will likely be coming to your airport?
Yes. Obviously, every year we try to be better than the previous year. But I have to stress that the growth that we are seeing at our airports is coming mostly in the winter months. And this is down to our strategy, which is to expand the winter season and reduce seasonality. So really through achieving, for example, in this winter just passed, we have achieved almost 20% more passenger numbers than in 2019, which was our previous, let's say, record year. Whereas in the summer, we expect more or less the same number of passengers as in previous years. I mean, not the COVID years, previously. Which means that we are better able to use the capacity of our airports and also utilize our resources, including our people and everything else that goes on in the airports, which means we're not worried about this summer. Um, but at the same time, we always use lessons learned from the previous season to better plan and improve the customer offering for the coming summer season. So no worries, we are waiting for our passengers to arrive and ready to serve them even better than we did last year.
And of course, when preparing for a summer season, you might probably be recruiting more workers just seasonally. But how do you attract and retain a skilled workforce? What is your value offering for your prospective employees?
People are key because we are a service industry, and it's very important to attract and retain people because it's only through our people that we can offer the level of customer service that we want. To do that, we try to be an employer of choice. And what does that mean in practice? It means a few things. First of all, you have to offer an attractive salary package. And for that, we do surveys every few years to ensure that the package that we offer to our employees is above the industry average. So people need to receive a fair pay for what they do. At the same time, we also want to provide employees with a good working environment. And what does that mean? An environment where people feel safe, they can feel productive, there can be diversity, and there can be adjustments to accommodate people's needs. For example, a flexible working environment. And this is also something we do. Then there is continuous development of our people through training that is offered on a continuous basis, promotions internally if vacancies exist as opposed to from the outside world, and also very important, well-being initiatives. We believe that there should be a good work-life balance, and we do a lot of initiatives to ensure that staff are well taken care of. Finally, communication. It's very important to communicate, and communication needs to be a two-way process. So we talk to the employees to inform them of what's going on in the company on a regular basis and at various levels, but we also want to hear back from them about any concerns that they may have, any issues they want us to address. So all of this is what is on offer, and I think we are quite successful because we have been able to attract and retain people, and also we have a lot of awards and accreditations to really show that we are good at what we are doing, and we do deliver on what we have set out to do.
And it's interesting that you mentioned the feedback with your employees. How do you facilitate that? Is there like a suggestions box, or is it more formalized?
It, no, as I said, it's at various levels. I will give you some examples. For example, we have a CEO coffee and chat, which takes place every 2 weeks with small groups of people. So there is about 10, 12 employees every time. In this forum, which is a small forum, there is both the opportunity for me as a CEO to inform people of what's going on in the company, but it's also a chance for me to hear if people have concerns. We also have bigger events like annual employee meetings, and we also host focus groups that our HR department facilitates, where is the opportunity again for people to come forward and discuss with the HR department in smaller groups issues they may have that, I mean, people want to feel comfortable and safe at their work. If something is bothering them, something that they need us to address, this is where they can do that.
Yeah, fantastic. Now, you mentioned training earlier, so I did want to pull on that thread a bit. You have a Hermes Academy.
Yes.
So what sort of training is offered there, and yeah, what can they expect if going through this academy?
So the Hermes Academy is something that we have developed again to serve both our internal needs, training our people, but also to serve the airport community in terms of wanting to offer a uniform customer service to everybody. So apart from internal training that we offer to our employees, which can be on vocational things that they need to know about their work, safety, various things that they need. For example, we have a code of ethics training for our own employees. At the same time, we give very big importance to the customer experience. So through the Hermes Academy, we offer two courses that are relevant to this, and we offer them at various levels. One of them is the Philoxenia training. Philoxenia in Greek means hospitality. So we want to ensure that everybody who is facing the passengers is everybody is trained to the same level and can offer the same kind of experience that we would like our passengers to receive. And we have now developed a new program which is called Guest Experience, which also we offer to the community at various levels to ensure that passengers coming to the airport, which of course don't know that the person they are meeting works for this stakeholder or the other stakeholder, will get a uniform experience. So this is how we use the Hermes Academy to promote the customer experience strategy that we have within the airport to improve the customer experience. And it's also part of the social pillar of our sustainable development because we offer, for example, we want to offer courses on waste management, to enable people to learn more about carbon emissions, what we're doing about them, and make people more sensitive to the issues of sustainability.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking everyone on that journey and making sustainability part of everyone's
Exactly.
role. Now, what challenges are you facing this year?
I think, like everybody in the business, recruiting people is very important. As I mentioned, we have been successful, but it's always hard to attract people in our industry, given the challenging working environment that there is. In addition to that, some challenges we face are the issues of, for example, security clearance for the people we have already employed. And that has to do with the additional security checks that have been imposed. This is not just for Cyprus, it's throughout the industry. So it's taking a lot more time to issue the security clearances and be able to deploy the staff effectively. Um, and of course, finally, we are beginning to identify sustainability issues. For example, sudden outpours of rain. We have seen them all over the world. We have seen them in Cyprus as well, which means that we need to be better prepared for these events as we try and improve our footprint on the environment.
Absolutely, and as they've said in this conference, no airport is exempt from freak weather incidents, it
Exactly.
seems, after we saw the heavy rains in Dubai, for instance.
Exactly.
Now, last summer you opened new solar parks at Larnaka and Pafos airports, which is expected to cover 28% of the annual energy needs of both of your airports combined. That's fantastic. What does your wider green energy generation strategy look like?
Okay. So obviously we are committed to net zero by 2050. We have signed the ACI resolution to that effect, and we have published a roadmap on the ACI repository, which shows in detail the steps we will take until 2050 to ensure we achieve net zero. Um, on that journey, if I can highlight a few things, we are accredited now to carbon accreditation level 4 plus transition, which is the penultimate level to reaching the top level is 5. And through that, we are aiming to reduce both our energy consumption and also the carbon emissions that we emit as an airport, and also influence. Part of the plus means that we want to influence also our stakeholders to improve their own reduce their own carbon emissions and improve their impact on the environment. So what we are doing, first of all, we want to expand the solar plants that we have introduced last year at both airports. And currently we're looking at various ways of doing that. One way would be to cover all the parking areas with solar panels, and through storage be able to increase even further the energy that is produced from green sources. Something else that we are doing is we're changing all the floodlights at our aprons with LED technology. I have to say that in the past we have done more than 100 projects since 2010, reducing the energy consumption, which of course has an impact on the environment, by almost 32% by introducing various projects. One of them, for example, was to change all the lights within the airports to LED, and now we want to change the lights in the apron as well with LED lighting,
Yes.
which we expect will lead to significant savings in energy consumption. Other things that we are doing in this area, we're participating in the TULIPS project, which is an EU-funded project for green airports. And as part of that, we are testing a hydrogen-powered GPU that we hope to be able to deploy in the future for supplying electricity to aircraft. And we're also planning to supply electricity through eGPUs to aircraft, not only at firm stands, but also at remote stands within the airport. And in this way, provide stationary aircraft with electricity so they don't have to use their own engines and emit emissions in the atmosphere. These are just some of the things that we are doing to improve our energy consumption and reduce our carbon footprint.
Thank you so much for that really comprehensive explanation. So, I mean, in terms of diversifying your energy resources, I now want to talk about diversifying your revenues. How are you looking to, bolster your non-aeronautical revenues, for example, and kind of future-proof?
Non-aeronautical revenues are very important for our business because obviously they contribute to the whole outlook and the investments that we need to make going forward. We have a number of strands and we are working to improve all of them. Car park is a big example where we are doing very well. In Cyprus is a small country and we don't have really rail infrastructure. So people come to the airports either by bus or by taxi or with their own vehicle.
Yes.
So clearly we have to accommodate people, and we continuously invest in our car park product, not only to expand the areas, but also to improve the way that people can access the car park, so they can book online, they can go in and out of the car park with number plate recognition, they can pay at the exit, so they don't have to go leave their car to go and pay for that. So everything to facilitate the passenger journey. And that seems to have really helped us to improve revenues in that area, and at the same time help our passengers to facilitate their travel, make it easier to come and go from the airport. Other areas that we take care of are inside the airport, to continuously offer a better variety both of products for people to shop, but also for food offerings. And as part of that, we had renovated the commercial areas of Larnaka during COVID. Actually, we're very proud of that, and we have given them a very sense of a very. They look very much like Cyprus, so distinct sense of place, and it has come with great acclaim for our passengers and hopefully improved our revenues. And now we have just finished a similar renovation in Pafos. So our passengers can enjoy a meal, uh, many different types of meals with particularly Cypriot flavors in a very nice environment. So that's another way that we are expanding our non-aero revenues. And finally, we are trying to innovate and introduce new products. For example, we have a fast track on departures, which has been very successful. And now the new product that we are trying to implement is a fast track on arrivals, in order to facilitate people coming into the country to make this journey even faster than it is currently. So we're constantly trying to think up of new products that we can offer our passengers, and of course, in the process, improve this revenue stream. You have a dedicated channel which can be accessed after you kind of uh, pay a small fee, which you can pay online or on the spot. And that gives you access to a dedicated a path through the arrivals area and immigration, basically,
Yes.
immigration control, so that you can move faster than everybody else.
I see, I see.
This is a service that is already offered to premium passengers, but now we want to offer it to the wider public as well.
Yes. Oh, that's really exciting. Now, what exciting and unique passenger experience initiatives are you running, maybe now or this summer?
Yes. Well, the arrivals fast track is one of the things that we want to introduce this summer. Something else that we pay additional attention to, as I said, is giving our airports a distinct sense of place. Because part of the attraction, I think, to the passenger is to know that they've come to Cyprus. They're not anywhere, they are in Cyprus. And we use every opportunity that we have to do that. I find this very exciting, and every project that we do is really nice and something to look forward to. And I will give you some examples. I already mentioned that we have just completed the renovation of the F&B areas in Paphos. That has a distinct sense of place, and that has hopefully really improved the passenger experience. And it really tells people you are in Cyprus, both in terms of what you see, but also in terms of what you will eat. Uh, at the same time, we're doing a renovation of the toilet blocks within our airports, and we want to do them so that they portray the four seasons of Cyprus with very nice pictures that we have created of what the four seasons in Cyprus look like in terms of colors and in terms of pictures. So I'm really looking forward to this project to be completed, because I think it will give, I mean, having clean toilets obviously is a basic, but if you can give them the added nice touch of the sense of place, it's even better for the passengers. So that's something else we're doing. Another thing that we're currently doing is that we're changing all the carpets within the airports with tiles, because that gives a cleaner, finer look. And we're also using this opportunity to incorporate in the patterns of the tiles a motif that is based on local culture. A final thing that I can mention is the that we are currently doing at the airports is we are changing all the screens that show passengers the access within the airports with bigger ones so that they're better visible to the passengers. That's something that will take us a number of months to complete. But again, it will improve the access of passengers within the airport, offering better visibility. I think these are just some of the examples that we are doing to improve the customer experience within our airports.
Absolutely. It sounds like you're really leveraging technology, design, and then also your employees to create a lovely airport environment for your passengers. So, Eleni, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us. And that was my final question. Thank you.
Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to say some of the nice things that we are doing in our airports.
Thank you.